how's it going? Thanks for tuning in today. So on today's episode, I connect with an old buddy from high school. His name is Alan, and so we connected just chatting through marketing and music, but on this call in particular, he's teaming up with someone that is his 1 degree to his passion, which is in music, and so he's partnering up with someone to help provide some marketing feedback and also just help put things together for her. And so really what we go through is our kind of different ideas on what they can do to help in the health industry and just drive foot traffic to their location where they do one-on-one coaching, weekly coaching sessions, and just help use technology in fitness. And so he's really looking for help on just how we can market, and so kind of go through different services that we offer and just how to use social and just marketing in general to help drive awareness and conversions. So I hope you enjoy it.
Dustin, how are you, bro?
Boom. What up, dude? How are you?
I'm good, man. Dude, so you walked out of the JOB like how many weeks ago now?
It's been what, like 5-6 weeks now?
Dude.
Feels
That's
good.
so cool that you like using like the medium of Instagram, like you got to actually preserve that story.
Right?
The final steps and like the path and the curve, like all that, like.
Yeah, it's been fun. Now the real fun is here and actually working on with the team and stuff like that.
So how much is the team now?
So I have Andre, who's basically filming right now, and he's doing a lot of the podcast and video production and editing. And then I have Eric, who's helping out with pretty much everything, analytics, helping out with posting all the ads like on Google, Facebook, stuff like that, getting emails set up for email marketing, and just kind of learn a little bit of everything. And then have the copywriter that I was working with at ASU, he's copywriting everything, and then have a website dude that's more part-time, but working to try and get our website launched by end of week. So that's kind of the big push right now, is
Hell yeah.
launching the website. It's a big one. I mean, it's a good 25 pages or so.
Of all the different like tabs that it opens up into ultimately.
Yeah, because it kind of lists, I mean, most of it is just the services. I mean, because it's have the brand identity, content production, distribution, and the measurement, and then there's like within each one there's like podcast, there's video, there's email, there's SEO, paid media, and so it's just a lot of different things. So
Wow. So are there any comparable models like that you are operating close to, like that are already existing like in the space?
I mean, I feel that there are, I mean, most agencies say they do a little bit of everything.
Right.
Yeah. I usually most specialize in one or the other, where some will be really good at creative, some will be really good at the paid media, but that's kind of, since we all have kind of experience in all of it, it's tying it all together. And then the big piece is the analytics, and like cool people can produce sweet creative but don't have the analytics piece to see what's doing better, how it's actually resulting into sales, and what it's doing on the website. And so there's a lot of agencies that do offer a little bit of everything but specialize in one, and we're trying to really specialize in it all and just specialize in brand growth using all these different tools.
Right. It's just like if I understand, it's like you're always looking at correlations, but really trying to see what really is causation as well. Like,
yeah, because there's a lot of things we can do from like a Facebook perspective, where we can launch ads and have different type of, we can have a man versus a woman and see what causes more people to watch more of the video, and then from the people that watch it, how many people are actually going to the website and then purchasing or consuming what. And it's just tying all the different data points together and creating essentially just a customer path. What are all the different paths that people take? What are all the different creatives that people see that create that path? And how can we produce more content, create more landing pages, produce whatever we need to do to expand on or triple down on what's working, and then figure out what isn't working, so we're not wasting time producing content that isn't getting eyeballs or leading to sales, and continually just being more efficient with what we're producing, who we're serving it to, and just more efficient with budget, times, everything. Um, and so, what have you been up to, dude?
Dude, it's been a weird time because I'm a creative, so I can be prone to the manic wave up and downs. So yeah, I'm in a weird down, honestly. But there's something really on the forefront, which is partly why I wanted to contact you with. It's a business opportunity. Do you have access to the World Wide Web, sir?
I do. It actually took a week. It's funny because we're basically a digital company, but dude, it took a week. We're literally the three of us running all of our computers off my cell phone's hotspot for a good week. Yeah, so we actually do. We have internet, but I just had to give a little story on it. It took a little while to get it, but we got it.
Yeah. No, I mean you take it for granted, but especially once you get a new spot, like all those things got to get reestablished. And
dude, yeah, that's moving here. It hasn't, like, the hardest part about making the shift from like leaving full time hasn't been like doing stuff. It's been the whole finding a location, getting in, getting the office furniture. We had to spend a morning getting a water cooler and then a table and yeah, it's been the decorating and all that has been more time consuming, I feel, than actually let's run a business.
right. Yeah, it's sometimes, yeah, like it's the little things that it's, especially with where your skill set's at, especially like this is where you spent time is on all the technical things.
Yep.
But a couple, yeah, just a few cosmetic things.
Okay, so if you were to go to www.hackedfitness, but not with the ED, just with the D.
HAT?
HACKD fitness.com. Hackedfitness.com.
All right.
And let me know when you have arrived.
I am here. Just looking at the website.
Okay, awesome. So the woman pictured right there is Pamela Gold. You already see a little bit of a background on her. She's a client I began training. I don't know if I told you anything about this, but I ended up in this opportunity to train people on this fitness machine called the ARX. It's called ARX. It's automated resistance exercise. And so you're using like cables and pulleys, and it's on an operated machine. And it also has data points that connect back to like a computer where you can measure force and things like that. And you just simply train one-to-one resistance against yourself. And I had actually found this opportunity by responding to a Craigslist ad to move the machine.
Just to move.
But it never even said what machine it was. In the ad, it was nondescript. It said, need help to move a 500-pound machine. And I was like, yeah. He said, and the guy had specific things. He's like, you need to be 6'4", minimum 225 pounds. Like, don't apply unless. And then he was like 35 an hour. And he's like 3-hour minimum. I was like, okay, boom. That's cool. I'll do that. So like I typed into him, and then just before I go to actually move the thing, I'm watching like YouTube, and I see like a thing following Tony Robbins, and it's like following him in his Fiji oasis and his whole thing. And then he has the guy get on this machine, and I remember just seeing the guy get smoked on this thing, and they're like yelling, I'm like, come on, keep going. And it just looks like he's resisting, but I couldn't tell what it was. And he's like, yeah, it's ARX. Well, and the next thing I know, like I'm showing up to this gig, and it actually is the ARX. So then I just felt like I had this extra amount of knowledge than I should have had only like minutes before.
Yeah.
And I started talking to the owner who's moving it, and he's like, yeah, I'm moving to a new location. I need new trainers. And he's like, are you interested? I was like, actually, I am. So then from that, I began to work with him. And then I've started training this woman here who, I don't know if you follow on the music side, if you ever heard of Camila Cabela. She's was in like a group called Fifth Harmony.
I've heard of Fifth Harmony.
Okay, yeah. So one of the girls left that and became a solo artist, and actually, like, she won like Artist of the Year for the VMAs just this past weekend. But that's her husband who manages this girl. So it's like really weird on how like I end up getting. Yeah, it's just weird on different levels where like I'm training her, but then she's also really close to a top executive in the music industry.
Yeah.
But since she's been training, she's already explained that she had this thing going, Hacked Fitness. But right now where she's at is she's about to actually end up with the equipment and end up with the next generation equipment and going to open up an actual a spot, and I'm going to begin working with her over there. So this is a huge opportunity where it still has, like, at least I feel, and I'd be interested for you to look into it more, see if this would be something that aligns as like an interesting opportunity for you guys. Because right now it's still fairly untapped in terms of how many machines exist in the world. And then also, especially for NYC, that now with this place opening, that makes it like maybe 3 or 4 spots in all of NYC right now that have like this machine and this technology. And it's like
cool. So would you guys need help from like a marketing standpoint to get these locations busy or to get these machines used?
Right. Well, that's, yeah. So essentially, like, I'm kind of testing the ground with you, and then I would hope that then from here we could have a meeting where I go on with you and I introduce you to her, and we kind of start figuring out exactly where I think she needs a little bit of help to get convinced more into where marketing really is going now. Like even a year ago, she was like not even included in with social media and stuff like that. So it's like really try to figure out a value proposition for how possibly this could be a partnership to go forward. Because definitely, yeah, like she's showed me a little bit of the models, like where if we can have 50 is like the break even point of people spending a certain X amount of dollars per week. 50 people doing that, and that's still at a very low occupancy overall.
You need about 50 people a week, and so is the model going to be charging per week, or?
So right, so what she has is she set up an internal economy with like a token system. Everything has hack points, so you can purchase hacks, and then a certain amount of these hacks and things that you do can add up to bonuses that can be added to be credited. So it's like she is extracting a certain amount of liquid from people, then getting that into like a fixed currency, so to speak, where they're not, you know what I'm saying? The money's already there in a way, I guess.
Yeah. Nope, that makes sense. And so with these 50 people per week, what does that equate to per person per week? Or I guess what is
essentially right, it's about them spending about 70 I can't remember the exact number right now, 70 something dollars.
80 bucks, we'll just say, to be safe.
Right. And like by comparison, like when I've been training her, I've been doing like a session that's 120, not 125, but no, I'm sorry, it is 125 on the session that I'm doing, where I'm incorporating this machine ARX as well as this vibe plate that vibrates at 30 hertz a second, and then also finishing with infrared therapy. And there's like a certain amount of people I train like at that price point. So it's not entirely inconceivable for that type of revenue.
No, I mean, that's $510, that's $200 a month. I mean, if you're getting state-of-the-art equipment that actually has using technology to optimize what you're doing, and basically all of that equates to getting results faster. And if you can get results faster, I mean, I'm pretty sure that people will pay more than $200 a month for fitness. I mean,
right. And that's the other thing. So if we go into the services, what she also is she does coaching.
Yeah, I see that. That's funny. That's exactly where I'm at on the website right now.
Interesting. Cool. So right. So she's already been doing this other side of the coaching, and has a certain amount of clients that she already retains, and she's also like using this as the tying the thread into mind, body, spirit. So that is a certain amount of her point of view is also on the spiritual side of kind of like meeting like with contemporary spiritual type views on certain things, you know, but then also with the biohacking of, you know, state-of-the-art approaches in fitness.
Cool. So I mean, I see the $1,700 for a coaching package that it starts out at. So what does that include? Is that like per month, per 6 months, per year? And then what all is included in those? Because I'm assuming that part of the model is going to be trying to get the weekly stuff at $80 per week and then grow that into, wow, look at the results. Now here's a coaching package.
Right. So this is also where I think a huge point. Up to this point, she's built everything that you're seeing on the website, where as you can see, she could definitely use help on being able to answer more of those questions more up front, even with how the information is placed. Because I've joined her pretty much at this point just on the fitness side, and I'm just beginning to understand some of that, and we're pretty much waiting to sign on a lease, and then we'll actually have the spot and we'll start loading in. But yeah, it's like pretty interesting point where I think it'd be cool to at least get you guys to meet.
Yeah, for sure. No, I mean it's
you could just kill this opportunity.
Yeah, I mean
I don't know that much either about business, but I know there's an opportunity.
Yeah, I mean health in general is huge. Health leads to a longer life. People want to live longer, and so people also want results quicker. And so if you can figure out how to hack that whole arbitrage or that whole system and be able to get results faster and live longer, I mean it's people are willing to pay for that. It's just a matter of finding the right audiences, and I think there's huge opportunity in really spelling out the value points that all this does, like on the different services when it comes to coaching.
Right, be able to show more things listed.
Yeah. Maybe do more videos on the nutrition, give a 2-minute video on how you guys can help with nutrition instead of just the little recovery and then a little snippet of text that our workouts are when we break our body down. But basically, just building out more content that gives people more insight into what they get if they were to take on the weekly sessions or coaching sessions. And I mean, there's a frequently asked questions page, and this would be a good use all these questions and the answers to create kind of like a branded video, because it looks like, I mean, she already knows what all these aren't very broad questions.
Right.
They're pretty narrowed down, which probably means she knows exactly what types of questions get asked that lead to doing coaching sessions or whatever it may be. So even using this right here and creating different videos that speak to each one, you'll get more people to one. I mean, if you're answering some of these questions and they're super long-tailed, creating the video, and when people do type these in, you'll just get organic reach, but then they're great for the marketing side of things. So yeah, I think there's especially if it's brand new, I mean there's just tons of opportunity in the health sector. So
right, so that's the thing. I'd want to be able to see whether or not this could be someone you'd want, like this company to be someone you'd want to take on as a client. Actually figure out a deal that could work, like an initial deal, and then figure out how to roll out past that if there's success.
Cool. Yeah, I mean it's having the website and already hearing just some things that you said. What I can do is just draft up kind of like recommendations on what you could do from a content standpoint for the website, building out the website a little bit more, what an actual marketing strategy and plan would look like. Basically just build out a proposal, and that includes costs of each one, and then what to expect in the first 3 months to 6 months, and basically lay out a timeline so everyone kind of knows what's going on, what to expect, what services will be included, what those will get. But yeah, essentially hand over a proposal with some recommendations, and then maybe that can spark the interest to schedule an appointment and chat.
Heck yeah, dude, that's what's up. I'd be greatly appreciate that. So, and I've just begun to tell a little bit. You're about to say something? Go ahead.
Oh, how long have you been working with her?
Since, let's see, maybe closer, I guess I want to say about March of this year. I guess it's about 6 months maybe now, or is that a little less?
Okay, so it's not like 2 weeks. It's
No. Yeah, no, we've like, from me beginning to train her, she began to take a greater interest in me, but was like realizing like, hey, I think my husband could actually benefit from you. So she's tried to kind of see about whether I could get in with him on his side of like the music management, but just right now he's just so like locked into that. Yeah. She was kind of like, well, I kind of want you for myself. Here's this thing I'm doing. I'd love to have you involved with it. And so yeah, and I've just been like trying to see where her head's at with the marketing of it, where she really sees a way to build this into the right business that's sustainable, like so that, I guess in one way it's my own self-interest of she's offering a job to me. I want to make sure that there's the stability of the business behind it.
Yeah.
But it's also a chance for me to learn and get to wear a couple hats And then also I just, try to think through my network, like who else do I know? What else value could I try to offer to her? And then I was like, Dustin just started a marketing agency, like, boom, let's see if this is something that he might be interested in.
Yeah, totally. And it's the weekly stuff that's at like you need 50 people at $80. Do people typically go through 1 week, or how long do people?
Right, at least initially you're gonna try to get a 30-day commitment out of someone, which was probably gonna be like 4 to 6 sessions in that whole month, like one a week, or maybe a couple supplementary. But yeah, in most cases, you'd be trying to get that commitment of like, let's give this a whole 30 days to see what happens.
And do a lot of people take that? And then if so, do a lot of people go beyond the 30 days, or what does that look like?
I only from like my example, working with a slightly different situation, has been like 20% retention. Like there's a lot more people that I've done that session, and then that was it. But then other people that I continue to train since like March. But I still don't think it's even been fully tapped, like in a way of like, from what it sounds like, how to get specifically to like a population, a person, a certain demo, and then begin to like.
Yeah, no, that's exactly it. Because I mean, no, knowing that retention number helps as well, because you can do. Basically, you can launch marketing or campaigns to try and get that other 80% that didn't retain to, hey, maybe here's a week free, and after them knowing what they've done for 4 weeks, maybe you can do something in a week that really changes. Hey, I really like that, or basically just more that you can communicate with, because if they've already spent money once, it's easier to get them to spend money again. It's just a matter of figuring out, why did you leave? What can we do differently? Is it not enough attention? And it's just figuring out the why of what people are doing, and then cool, now we know that. Let's just message and try and get you back, or whatever it may be. But no, that helps. And yeah, I mean, it's pretty. There's great information on the website. I mean, I have all the information I need to kind of come up with a proposal.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, are there any questions that you had specifically when it came to marketing that you've had questions about in this, or?
I guess I'm kind of more interested to see like once the details of the proposal, because that's like I kind of don't fully still understand what it is that you do, as much as I know it's where you're moving, where attention is moving. I guess there's like that apart, right? But I guess you even just things you just brought up like that, you would come up with ideas. Oh, sorry, I'm lost my voice. I have so many questions that it's like hard to limit it to one that would get to a specific thing. Like, because I'm definitely learning through all of this, and I think it's so cool. Like,
so an example would be like you can use Google to come up with, and you can launch banner ads, but with Google's targeting, we can target people that are just super interested into fitness. They have household level targeting, so we could target the top 30% of household income. So we know we're targeting people that have that disposable income to pay the.
That's a huge part of it.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna need people that aren't making a ton, that can't afford it. I mean, you don't want to spend money on serving ads to them, and so then it's just going through. There's Google, and then kind of the same thing with Facebook and just all the different platforms. Is what capabilities do they have from a targeting standpoint that we could target that would raise the awareness? Once we get that exposure and get those first clicks and drive them to the website, then it's using the analytics to see, are they watching videos? What videos are they watching? And once we get more data on them, we can then retarget and say, hey, we know that you're looking at product XYZ. Come in and get a free consultation on it, blah, blah, blah. But as we're speaking more to what their interests are, once they get to the site and they start consuming content, we can then push more content. Okay, now we know more about you.
So, okay, I'm sorry to interrupt you. So, like, with that content, are you essentially saying you can kind of see the specific eyes that are on it, so to speak, like that? You're kind of like now seeing like all the way down to a specific node, like in the network of the internet, or like just that you got a basic demographic of a type of person?
Yeah. I mean, it's all anonymous data, so it's basically, so like Google will take it. If you're logged into your Gmail account, they're building a profile on you based off of, are you on a lot of music sites? Are you recently now searching a new saxophone? Are you going to Craigslist? And then as you start searching saxophones more, then they're like, okay, this guy's interested in saxophone. It's just taking what your, so if like part of the people that could be into this fitness enthusiasts are people that are constantly buying protein powders and going to meetups or looking at content related, like on a regular basis. They're looking at how to improve their fitness, how to whatever, but it's basically using Google's the platform, Facebook, Google, because people will then start liking posts that are related to lose weight quick or whatever it may be, and it's just building up personas and profiles on individual people, and it's all anonymous, and then we just serve ads to them, and then we look at the data like, cool, we served this 10,000 times, did we not get one click? Let's change up the messaging. Are we getting a ton of clicks? Are we like running 3 different ads? Which one's getting more clicks? Which one is resulting into people staying on the website longer? As people stay on the website longer, what's translating into reaching out and creating free consultations? And then we triple down on what are all the different audiences that we're targeting and what we're saying, and just figuring out who are we targeting, what are we saying to them that's working, and just do more of that.
Got it. That's super freaking cool.
Let's get real freaking naughty.
So how do you feel now, like 5 weeks out of it, possibly to how you might think you would have felt?
Oh, it's how I feel is 100% how I thought I'd feel. It's it's just good not working for someone else per se, but I mean, it was just too hard to get a ton of things done when I'm working full time somewhere, and then I have someone else that's working, and just the not being next to each other, and just it's leading to conversations that are good. It's more time, getting more things done. Yeah, it's awesome. I'm just anxious to get this website going because I have all this stuff that we're talking about. We have marketing ready to go, targeting like business owners and people who are, and so.
Hell yeah, dude.
I'm anxious to get this website launched so that we can start growing.
Yeah, bro. I definitely want to help be a part of that growth. Definitely.
But yeah, when it comes to the proposal and everything, does like early next week work?
Definitely, yeah. Like once I know, as you're getting closer to having that, then I'll be trying to figure out where her time availability. More than likely, is it like a weekend for you for something like this, like a meeting? Like this.
Would it be like this, or are you thinking in person, or?
I would try to see if she would be able to get in on video, but we would likely all be in 3 separate locations.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, if it's video, yeah. I mean, during the week or the weekend, whatever.
Okay.
During the week would be better because then can actually record it and.
You said it. Say what time was better again?
During the week.
Okay.
Like during the day.
I'll try to shoot for that with like somewhere between Monday and Friday with her. But you say about midpoint next week is what you're saying?
Yeah, I figure that gives me some time to work on it, go through it, and then specifically the weekend to really spend some time on it. But what I could do is send it to you. You and I can go over it, and you can just see how it sounds. And then if it's good to go, then you can send it on, and we can set up some time. But yeah, I could have it over to you by like Monday end of day or Tuesday morning.
Okay, awesome. Yeah. So in the meantime, then I'll start figuring out where her time availability is, and then hopefully then, if it was in by that Tuesday latest, then maybe it'd be looking by Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of that week or something.
Yep.
Just depending. If not, then I guess we'd likely look to that next week, but I know she's traveling around a little bit still right now.
Cool.
But I definitely appreciate you taking the time out, us finding the time to share.
No, I appreciate you thinking of me for the opportunity. It's I said health and just fitness is huge. I mean, look at how much Fitbit and all that stuff has just grown, and so it's a good market. People are willing to pay to live longer, and so Yeah, I think if you can execute on a good plan and more than a good plan, but if this actually provides great value for consumers, I think I think that the sky's the limit.
Right, because I'm like if to me this is awesome win-win of like in the meantime, like because what's really cool about this lady is she understands my whole passion about music. So she extended this opportunity and she said like, let me know exactly kind of where your time would be. Like, I understand if you can't do this full time. And I was like, I really would rather not. I'd rather just around part time. And so she's already knowing this about the music and things like that, which I appreciate a lot. But also on the music is, I want to talk to you about experimenting when I actually have the project done, which it's not done yet, but it'll be done. But I don't even want to talk about it till it's done. So then it's just then it's simply content, and it's like, okay, they're files, and let's figure out what to do.
Sweet. Yeah, I'm always open ears. It's like I said, would love to help out on the music side of things as well, because I have zero music talent, but would love to help out from a marketing standpoint.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of crazy. The latest product I got involved was this Viner, a former Viner, R.I.P. Vine. But he's moved into the live stream field with Twitch and stuff like that, as well as started to get involved with music. And we dropped over the weekend, and we hit up to like 20 on the iTunes pop charts. So that was kind of crazy. Wow. Yeah.
With one song or?
With an album it was like a 7-song EP, I guess you maybe call it.
Wow, that's sick.
Yeah, so I'm kind of excited to see like that actually might.
That's huge. Yeah, that's real big.
Yeah. But and I don't even know exactly. I think that a lot of that's just purely organic with his following like that. He just has enough core followers. Like he's got maybe 300,000 through Instagram.
Yeah, that's a good amount.
And it seems like he gets like somewhere near 10% engagement.
Wow.
On a certain amount of, yeah. So that's the thing I had noticed was like, I'm seeing like, around 3,000 likes, and some of it's just him doing selfies. So it's like, he has a very loyal type base that, maybe even on the Twitch side, these type of people who give him $50 donations, $100 donations. And
wow.
So, kind of crazy.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. But definitely want to try to get you clued into this music game and see if there's some way we can hack the whole thing into another level, man.
Dude, I think there's so much opportunity in just not even doing music differently, but just how you distribute it and I mean, I think there's tons of opportunity out there, and to get seen. I mean, everyone loves music, and so it's like, if you can get it out there correctly, I mean, you can build up an audience. I mean, it'll take time, energy, and getting it going. But once you build that following, then it just grows exponentially, because it's like you just have the power of scaling because of other people. And
network effect is crazy.
Yep. Yeah. And the power of the internet, you can network much quicker than going to networking after work and meeting 20 people that 10 you're only going to remember and 5 you're only going to actually talk to moving forward. And that just takes time.
I mean, honestly, how many business cards do you have on you right now? Like,
dude, actually, I just got some new ones in a couple days ago, so I got 500. I haven't handed one out yet.
No, baby, get them out there.
I know.
Is it just you and Andre in there?
No, got Eric in here as well. Look at these little things.
Hey, Eric. I'm Adam. Nice to meet you.
I guess it's tough to see those because they come in backwards. Here's them.
Oh, okay. Eric, raise your hand, please. Oh, okay. And Andre, what's up? What's up?
And you got the
wow.
Then we got the podcast background.
Yeah. You got some things. What all have we got in the shelves here? What's the significance?
Let's see.
A family photo?
A lot of it is just Phil stuff. Just because we had it.
Stock photos?
Yeah. There was one that my wife found on Facebook or something where that's them. The only one that really has like a big story are the Gary Vee shoes.
Oh, nice. Okay, yeah, it's up on. Okay, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, the Don't Sleep on Planes book. That actually, yeah, because we did. It's one of my buddies from college, and he wrote that book. And we went up to Vegas for a day and did like documenting and created a video, and gonna be working with him again here pretty soon. And so those two things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw you did a podcast with Tina.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Miss Tina Michelle.
Yeah, so she came in, what was that, last Friday, Thursday? But yeah, she's doing quite a bit, wants to do a lot more, just motivational stuff, reaching out and
Yeah.
helping others, but yeah, just trying to have conversations, see where it goes, find opportunities and run.
I'm with it, bro. Definitely. I appreciate your time so much today. Gentlemen, all of you, have a wonderful day.
You too, man. I'll be reaching out as I get closer, and if I have any questions, I'll reach out.